right, left, left.
This is the story of 10 soldiers with one ambition, to fly helicopters for the army. After 11 and a half months, Course 354 is nearly at an end.
Right, 2 o'clock. Got it.
4 would-be pilots have failed the training and had to return to their old units.
Everything we've taught you here, stick to the basics.
Now the 6 who remain are just one step away from their wings. But their toughest test is still to come. It's an early wake-up for Course 354. They've swapped their base in Hampshire for the barracks of Fremington. They're here to fight a war.
Uncle Rooney.
Awake.
Another day.
So who are you at war with?
I don't tell you, but I might have to kill you. You see, it's all top secret and classified and shit, man. Yeah. They invade Cornwall every 6 weeks. It still can't beat us.
Citizens of Britain, our shores have been breached by an invasion force from Ormidia. The Prime Minister called it a naked act of aggression. It has promised to fight back and repel these most unwelcome invaders.
Course 354 have been given the ultimate task, to defend the realm against the forces of Ormidia, an imaginary socialist republic untouched by the end of the Cold War. The Ormidians, equipped with Soviet arms, have waged war on Britain. Now it's 354's task to stop them.
Following a series of battles during the night, the enemy has failed to make further progress through 2RGJ area. Mission: to report enemy in the forward battle group areas in order to assist in building an intelligence picture. Just look up a second.
The exercise is treated as a real wartime operation. The trainees have been given the job of finding the Ormidians and tracking their movements as they make their advance from Cornwall into Devon.
At bingo fuel, then recover back to the squadron location using the reverse of the route out.
Yeah, that's right.
Having received their orders, the trainees work out the best route to the front line. They're looking for positions where they'll be able to observe the enemy without being observed themselves.
Follow along the edge of the river to there. Yeah, but getting to that one, you've got that big high pit thing there.
Right, from here, you've got a re-entrant running off.
Seen.
Range about 500 metres, you've got a brownfield with scrub on it.
The trainees are no longer piloting the helicopters, they leave that to their instructors. They're now commanding the aircraft, directing every aspect of the mission. They have to stay as low as possible, under the radar horizon.
And height below 150 feet.
Roger.
They're operating in pairs. Corporal Mark Hitch is on patrol with Lieutenant Jenny Firth.
So should have a road coming in on the right down here. So where that bar is.
By the barn, yeah.
Yep. From there onto a heading of 155, please.
155, roger.
Still saying please. Stop it.
What we're trying to depict is a tactical exercise away from Middle Wallop, so that the students get used to operating in a new area that is totally unfamiliar to them, and in a setting that also will be unfamiliar to them.
Okay, now I have to admit here, I know we're going in the right direction, but I'm not quite sure where we are.
Roger.
So if we maintain, then, we'll get to the river, the main river. I know we haven't got any ADAs that we should hit, having set up on 100.
The map reading at 50 feet and below is extremely testing, because every valley looks like each other. We have to tell them that to go back to basics in low-level map reading. And that is a lesson that comes out certainly on day 1 and day 2 of every course that comes down here.
Keep your map down as well, because you're blocking out half my cockpit view. Hold the damn thing down, you can sleep under it at the moment. It's climbing slightly. We've got to cross these pylons now, have we? 12 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Okay. These are the sort of things I need to know, you see.
Deep in the heart of Devon, the enemy waits. 2 Land Rovers and a truck representing the Ormidian forces. This enemy has the unusual advantage of being able to listen in as the pursuers track them down. Once the Ormidians have been correctly identified, they'll acknowledge the sighting and the mission will be over. But that's easier said than done. Mark Hitch is struggling to find a position where he can see the target area without revealing himself to the enemy.
The left 11 o'clock, you've got 2 prominent like dead trees on top of the ridge line there.
Yeah.
Can you move up to that area there, please?
Don't get tunnel vision, remember. Okay, look out. Look at the wider picture. All right, what's the problem at the moment?
It's quite exposed down the 12 o'clock.
Yeah, if you put us up on there, what is that going to do to us? Can you see the target on the heading at the moment?
243. Can you come on to a heading about 243?
Hold on, what I'm trying to do here is sort of give you an idea. You cannot see even the area that you're looking for, can you? Because there is another spur feature between us and the enemy. So for me to move up to the trees to the left, or us to move up to the trees to the left, it's going to do absolutely no use at all, is it? So what do you think we've got to do now?
Move up.
We've got to move forward, haven't we, at some point?
We sat for a long time in a piece of dead ground, looking across another piece of dead ground at another hill, which was absolutely useless, really. Okay? The point we ended up in was far too close to the enemy. So, on that side of life, you got suckered forward. All right? We were probably within about 1,500 metres. So, somebody with a Kalashnikov, and who was a good shot, could probably take you out of that distance. Another method of possibly achieving this mission? Mum? You've piped up on the radio with it. Sounded a very gutsy move.
If you look at the map, you can see that the valley that we were down had a river there, and the enemy were in this area here, and there's another river going up to the northeast.
Okay.
So, I hope just to take them by surprise and going very fast and very low, and have the person on the right-hand side looking out.
Then what would the command and control aspects of that be?
Limited.
So what you've got to ask yourself is, who's going to do it?
Who do you want to risk?
Exactly, and how are you going to do it? Yeah. So you've got to know, through your mission analysis, whether the CO, or in particular the divisional commander, is willing to risk you and £1 million worth of helicopter to get that information. So this is something you've got to assess in your mission analysis, yeah? How expendable you are, for want of a better word. We're expendable the same as any other soldier on the battlefield.
The next pair on patrol are faring no better.
Where are we at the moment? So I'm trying to get set.
Second Lieutenant Andy James is lost. Operating at low level, it's easy to lose your bearings.
5330.
To make matters worse, Andy is tuned in to the wrong frequency and has lost radio contact with his partner, Corporal David Rooney.
249, prepare move to uniform.
Where is it? 5330.
Corporal Rooney's instructions are falling on deaf ears. Andy can hear nothing but interference.
59.
Acknowledge. Distance is in Strawbridge.
Hang on, let me just see the map. Just take 1 second out. 533. That's not 059. Let's get the right grid plotted. Just slow up a bit, get the grid.
Corporal Rooney can only wait for Andy to sort out his problems and resume the mission.
And off he goes. He's pulling himself back off the high ground to get himself a route out. Yeah, I'd like them to acknowledge him. Remember that view of the debrief. Hello.
Eventually, Andy manages to regain radio contact and the patrol is back on track. But now the Ormidians give him something else to worry about.
November 30 Nava.
They've launched a simulated air-to-air attack. When Andy gets the message, he has to take immediate evasive action.
There's planes all over the second phase. Right, get low, get on the deck. Going on the deck. Call him, telling you going on the deck. Coming to stop, hold the deck. Hold firm. There's no on our right hand down the right. Fighting out to the north.
An aircraft under attack should get down as low as possible and take cover. Andy has managed this, but not quickly enough. Corporal Rooney's helicopter has been hit and suffered casualties. Andy must now assume control.
And we'll contact zero. Hang on, forget that. He's been hit. We'll have to take it back. Patrol Commander, what are you going to do about it? Take it back to the Phil Hoster on our way there anyway. Carry on, pilot's capable. Tell him to follow. Are you able to follow? Roger, one tag on the outside.
By the end of the afternoon, the patrol returns to base without having found the Ormidians.
That's ship limits 19015.
Andy's poor planning and radio work are being held to blame. The instructors are now concerned about him. This was his second mission of the day, and he's shown no signs of improvement.
He just got totally bogged down. Everything just went out the window. We got more or less lost. We didn't know where we were. Tactics were a non-event. Radios were a non-event, and the whole thing just really came to a grinding halt. So we came home. But I think he can do it, but he needs to buck up.
Right, I flew with him this afternoon, and for a supporting man, he was not pulling out the stops. He needs to get a lot more fiery, needs to be a lot more with it. He tends to just sit back, and you'll concur from earlier, he tends to just sit back and allow the situation to wash over him. So I'll be looking for him tomorrow when he reflies as the commander to demonstrate quite a lot more aggression and general spark. He's had a very comprehensive debrief off the last patrol, both from the patrol commanders and my point of view, and he should have a reasonably good idea of where he's got to go. So he's certainly not firing on all the cylinders at the moment. Is that one of yours? That's yours.
The course is almost over, but it's never too late to fail. Even at this stage, people have been chopped from the course. For Andy, another bad flight tomorrow, and he'll be in serious trouble.
So it's been a bad day, is it?
It's alright, it's one of my better ones. It's quite, should I say, it's very hard work. It's all good and well getting everything sorted, or thinking you've got everything sorted, but finding out when you get out there that you haven't quite. It's quite hard work. Planning side, you think you got squared away, and then you realise you've actually not really, because you've forgotten about 50,000 things that perhaps you should remember to do. So yeah, it's hard, and it's quite annoying when you can learn a lot of things, but it's quite irritating to do badly, or not do particularly well. I wouldn't say badly, I'm just not happy with the way it's gone today. I hate having shit days. Should be alright tomorrow.
And following the road up to the left, the first IP is the high ground.
Andy James knows he's on trial. He's been put in charge of his patrol today, and he's trying hard to impress.
Exploit 200 metres to hang on. Right, 10 o'clock. Get one figure on to the left. 10 o'clock. Right, coming into our 12 o'clock wood line. High ground is our OP position.
Right, can you still see where we are? Yes, we can. That's fine then.
Give it a push. We've got the main roads. Got a pylon.
According to the scenario, the Ormidian advance has been halted. Now the counter-attack can begin. The trainees have no weapons themselves, but they'll direct the artillery offensive.
Trying to give them some space. Roger. Right, move forward to the hedge line between these two trees. I can't see anything because they're obscured by the trees.
After 40 minutes on patrol, Andy has guided his helicopter within 2 miles of the Ormidian lines. If he's got his map reading right, he should be able to see the enemy from here.
5 at the moment. Roger. Looking for the high ground.
To scan the horizon, he uses a gyro-stabilized periscope mounted on the roof of the cockpit.
All the way around to the right.
Andy's spotted some vehicles in a distant lay-by. It may be the Ormidians, so he switches to high magnification to get a better look.
Climb 2, up 2. What's happening? Hello, Hotel 20, sighting, wait out. Right, we've got a sighting in Portland. Thanks for telling me. Roger, sighting, it was in our 12 o'clock reference, tell them, reference Wood. Sighting. Roger, he's got a sighting. Reference Wood, 200 metres to the left. Guess that means we must be somewhere near the correct area, hey? Absolutely.
Andy has successfully located the enemy position, so he calls up the artillery unit to launch an attack on the Ormidians.
Ah, right, okay. I've just been speaking to... Hello, X-ray, I want a 0, this is Golf 43 Foxtrot, fire mission battery, over. Nothing.
But he has a new problem. His radio has gone down again, and he can't make contact with the gunners.
310, this is your radio check, over.
It takes Andy 5 minutes to reroute his radio message through another command post. On a real battlefield, 5 minutes lost at this stage could be critical.
X-ray 12, this is Golf 43 Foxtrot, ready, fire, over.
Fire.
Move forward. Hold firm, hold firm. Holding. Pass out.
Artillery shells should now be destroying the enemy target. But this is an exercise, and the shells are all imaginary.
I suppose. I can see that.
Andy has to make do with his instructor's assurances.
Right, tree rolling. Okay, I think we can effectively say that we've stomped that lot nicely. We're on task elsewhere now, so
Roger. X-ray 1, 0, this is Golf 43, a Foxtrot, a target destroyed, end of mission, over.
For Andy, the flight has been a definite improvement. He didn't get lost this time, and he managed a successful fire mission, despite the radio problem.
No, it went alright, I suppose. Yeah, that was alright. Actual wreck, but we couldn't get comms either when we tried to send a... no, I went for 0 again. So I went for 0 again. So they got to about less than an hour.
That was fun, that was.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed that.
You could see that you were working at it and persevering. He was really trying to help you. The stuff he was saying to me sounded nuts. We tried all frequencies for Hotel 20, didn't we?
Every time I felt so embarrassed. I think I'm such a biff because like every time they'd go shot over and I'd go shot out or I wouldn't quite hear it and stuff and they'd go hello Golf 43 Foxtrot, this is 0 from Hotel 20 ready over and I'd go ready fire over.
I think it's been a very successful exercise. And I believe that actually the students have learnt an awful lot in really what is very testing countryside.
Do they pick up a tactical awareness here?
They are beginning to. Bearing in mind this is very early in their flying career, all we're trying to do is just to give them a feel for what it is like in a squadron life, within the resources that we have available at the School of Army Aviation.
And how's the war gone?
I think we won.
The Ormidians have been defeated. Course 354 have thwarted their invasion of Britain. Before any of the trainees command a helicopter in a real war zone, they'll have to do more specialist training. But this has been their first taste of wartime tactics, and despite the problems, they've survived. They leave Devon knowing that the hard work is behind them. They've completed the most critical test of the course. Back at base, the trainees land for the last time. They'll have a final debrief to find out their grades, then that's it. 12 months of intensive training are over.
So for the beers tonight then?
Andy James has just had his debrief and been given the good news.
Yeah, congratulations, mate. Good one.
He's only achieved an average pass, but it's a pass. He's qualified as an army pilot.
Well done, mate. Good effort, sir.
Yeah, good effort. Thanks.
Hey, a pilot.
Yeah.
Feel worthy.
Feel worthy.
All right.
Yeah, it was good.
So, you made it?
I have. Kind of, I don't know, it hasn't really sunk in yet. It's only been less than an hour, so, a relief, that's all I can say.
Good one.
Yeah. I know people can look around and say, yeah, you give the attitude that you know, you're very blasé and you're a bit of a hoorah and, you know, completely wrong attitude. But at the end of the day, looking back, it meant more than anything to me to pass this. You know, and it was a bloody long course, and it was, you know, something from a year ago you're looking to, seeing people pass out thinking, oh, am I ever going to get there? And to eventually do it. And, yeah, I think I've grown up a bit. Mature attitude.
Mark Hitch has struggled on every stage of the training, but he's defied expectations and made it to the end of the course with a respectable pass.
Well done, Mark.
Stand by, they're letting me loose.
It's all over. It's a relief.
Big relief. Big relief.
It's been a long year.
Yeah, hated it. Hated it all. Anybody want some maps of Wallop? Because I ain't gonna need them ever again. Okay. Every day, for the past year, you've been assessed. Big Brother's always watching. You know, they're always making write-ups about you and looking at what you're doing, how you're doing it.
Good. Well done, Mark.
Which I know that everyone feels is one of those things in Middle Wallop. Now I'm going to maybe start enjoying the flying because I'm going to be going to a squadron. I'm not going to be assessed all the time.
Did you always think you're going to get here?
No. Just took each stage as it came. And if you get through the end of phase ride, then all being well, move on to the next phase. Only this time there's no phase to move on to, except leave.
At last, it's the day of the Wings Parade. The day the trainees become pilots. And in their honour, the Chief of the General Staff, the top soldier in the Army, is presenting the awards.
Presentation of wings to 354 Army Pilots Course. Lieutenant Jenny Firth, posted to 3 Regiment Army Air Corps at Wattisham.
Very many congratulations.
Thank you.
That was excellent. Good indeed. How do you find the course?
Very enjoyable.
Quite hard,
Quite
wasn't it? I really did very hard work.
Obviously, the immediate future holds going to my new unit and going on exercise pretty sharpish, and then I shall committed to 3 years flying with them, and then a 4th year, which I understand that I may choose to fly in, although often you're given a desk job for your final year. And that'll take me way beyond the end of my short service commission. So by then I'll become a civvy at the end of it all.
Well done, Mary. I'll see you later.
Jenny doesn't see her long-term future as an army pilot. She'll serve her time and leave.
Corporal David Rooney, Army Air Corps, posted 5...
Others want to spend the rest of their lives at the controls of a helicopter.
Well done. Many congratulations. Excellent.
I always wanted to be a professional pilot, now I am. Never wanted to be anything else. Bar a pilot. So, what else is there to do? It's the best job out.
Right. Well done.
Second Lieutenant Andrew James, Army Air Corps, posted 5 Regiment Army Air Corps in Northern Ireland.
Many congratulations. Well done. What do you think of the flying? A Lynx or a Gazelle in Gazelle, right? Yes. Where do you do your infantry attachment?
In Northern Ireland, sir, with the Welsh Fusiliers.
Do you? So you were there for how long?
I was there for 7 months.
Okay. Congratulations anyhow. Look at the camera. Well done.
General Little, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very great pleasure for me to present the wings and the trophies today to the latest Army Pilot's course. I know that to pass the course and graduate as a military pilot, you've had to work hard, you've had to overcome many problems and show considerable single-mindedness and determination. You've achieved a very great deal, and you should be rightfully proud of what you've done.
Right front row. Put your heels together underneath the chairs.
At the start of their training, the 10 members of 354 had their course photograph taken. No one at that stage knew what lay ahead.
Into the lens.
A year later, only 6 have made it to the final photo session. These 6 flying soldiers can now be posted to a war zone anywhere in the world.
Every single one of you will have a hurdle on this pilot's course.